यहाँ पर तकरीबन 1000 आइटम्स और फ्रेज हैं, तो आप लोग वीडियो में बने रहे, एक एक करके मैं उसके विषय में बतलाऊंगा। तो चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं। आइटम्स और फ्रेज, यानी कि यहाँ पर लिस्ट ऑफ आइटम्स एंड फ्रेज। एन आइटम इज ए फ्रेज वेयर द वर्ड्स टुगेदर हैव अ मीनिंग दैट इज डिफरेंट फ्रॉम द डिक्शनरी डिफिनेशंस ऑफ द इंडिविजुअल वर्ड। चलिए अब ए से स्टार्ट होने वाले। ए बर्ड इन द हैंड इज वर्थ टू इन द बस, यानी कि हैविंग समथिंग्स दैट इज सर्टन इज मच बेटर देन taking a risk for more, because chance are you might lose everything. A blessing in disguise, यानी कि something good that is not recognized at first. A chip on your shoulder, इसका अर्थ हो जाएगा being upset for some things that happened in the past. A demi a dozen, यानी कि anything that is common and easy to get. A doubting Thomas, यानी कि a skeptic who needs physical or personal evidence in order to believe some things. A drop in the bucket, a very small part of something big or whole. A fool and his money are easily parted, यानी कि it's easy for a foolish person to lose his her money. A house divided against itself can't stand, यानी कि everyone involved must unify and function together or it will not work out. A leopard can't change his sport, यानी कि you can't change who you are. A penny saved is a penny earned. By not spending money, you are saving money little by little. A picture paints 1,000 words. A visual presentation is far more descriptive than words. A piece of cake, a task that can be accomplished very easily. A slap on the wrist, यानी कि a very mild punishment. A taste of your own medicine when you are mistreated the same way you mistreated other. A toss-up, a result that is still nuclear and can go either way. Action speaks louder than word. It's better to actually do some things than just talk about it. And fuel to the fire. Add fuel to the fire whenever something is done to make a bad situation even worse than it is. Against the clock, rushed and short on time. All bark and no bite. When someone is treating and or aggressive but not willing to engage in a fight. All Greek to me, यानी कि meaningless and incomprehensible, like someone who can't read, speak or understand any of the Greek language would be. All in the same boat, यानी कि when everyone is facing the same challenge. An arm and leg, यानी कि very expensive, a large amount of money. An axe to grind, यानी कि to have a dispute with someone. Apple of my eye, someone who is perched above all other. A high as a kite, anything that is high up in the sky. At the drop of hat, इसका अर्थ हो जाएगा willing to do some things immediately. अब चलते हैं बी से स्टार्ट होने वाले। बैक सीट ड्राइवर, people who criticize from the sideline, much like someone giving unwanted advice from the back seat of a vehicle to the driver. Back to square one, having to start all over again. Back to the drawing board, when an attempt fails and it's time to start all over. Baker's dozen, यानी 13. Barking up the wrong tree, a mistake made in some things you are trying to achieve. Beat a dead horse, to force an issue that has already ended. Beating around the bush, avoiding the main topic, not speaking directly about the issue. Bend over backward, do whatever it takes to help, willing to do anything. Between a rock and a hard place, stuck between two very bad situations. Bite off more than you can chew, to take on a task that is way too big. Bite your tongue to avoid talking. Blood is thicker than water. The family bond is closer than anything else. Blue moon, a rare event of occurrence. Break a leg, a substitute's way to say good luck without saying good luck but rather the opposite. Buy a lemon, to purchase a vehicle that constantly gives problem or stop running after you drive it away. Can't cut the mustard, someone who isn't acute enough to complete or participate. Cast iron stomach, someone who has no problem, complication or ill effect with eating anything or drinking anything. Complications. Charlie horse, Stiffness in the leg, a leg cramp, Charlie horse. Chew someone out, verbally scold someone, chip on his shoulder, angry today about some things that occurred in the past, chip on his shoulder. Chow down, to eat, close but no cigar, to be very near and almost accomplish a goal but fall short. Cock and bull story, an unbelievable tale. Come hell or high water, any difficult situation or obstacles, crack someone up, to make someone laugh, cross your fingers, to hope that some things happen the way you want it to, cry over spilled milk, when you complain about a loss from the past. Cry wolf, initially raise a false alarm, cup of joy, a cup of coffee. Curiosity killed the cat. Being inquisitive can lead you into a dangerous situation. Inquisitive, cut the chase. Leave out all the unnecessary details and just get to the point. D. Dark horse, one who was previously unknown and is now prominent. Dead ringers, 100% identical or duplicate. Dead ringer. Devil's advocate, someone who takes a position for the sake of argument without believing in that particular side of the argument. It can also mean one who present a counter argument for a position they do believe in to other debater. Dog days of summer, the hottest day of the summer season. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. Don't rely on it until you sure of it. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. When someone gives you a gift, don't be ungrateful. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Do not put all your resources in one possibility. Dozy, यानी कि someone outstanding. Down to the wire, some things that end at the last minute or few seconds. Drastic time call for drastic measures. When you are extremely desperate, you need to take extremely desperate actions. Drink like a fish, to drink very heavily. Drive someone off the wall, to irritate and or annoy very much. Dropping like flies, a large number of people either falling ill or dying. Dry run, यानी कि dry run rehearsal. Dry run rehearsal. 66 भले 86, a certain item is no longer available or this item can also mean to throw away. 86, Elvis has left the building. To show has come to an end, it's all over. Ethnic cleansing, killing of a certain ethnic or religious group on a massive scale. Every cloud has a silver lining. Be optimistic. Even difficult times will lead to better days. Everything but the kitchen sink. Everything but the kitchen sink. Almost everything and anything has been included. Excuse my French. Please forgive me for cussing. Cock and bull story, an unbelievable tale. Cock and bull story, unbelievable tale. यानी कि feeding frenzy, an aggressive attack on someone by a group. Feeding frenzy. Field day, an enjoyable day or circumstance. Finding your feet, to become more comfortable in whatever you are doing. Finger licking good, a very tasty food or meal. Fixed in your way, not willing or wanting to change from your normal way of doing some things. Flash in the pan, some things that shows potential or look promising in the beginning but fails to deliver anything in the end. Flea market, a swap meet, a place where people gather to buy or sell inexpensive good. Flea market. Flesh and blood, this item can means living material of which people are made of, or it can refer to someone's family, flesh and blood. Flip the blood, to raise your middle finger at someone. Flip the blood. Foam of at the mouth, to be enraged and show it. Fool's gold, iron pyrite, a worthless rock that resemble real gold. Fool's gold. French kiss, an open mouth kiss where tongue touch. From rags to riches. To go from being very poor to being very wealthy. Daddy. An old-fashioned and foolish style of person. Full Monty. This item can mean either the whole things or completely nude. Whole things completely nude. Full Monty. Funny farm. A mental institutional faculty. Get down to brass track. To become serious about some things. Get over it. To move beyond some things that is bothering you. Get up on the wrong side of the bed. Someone who is having a horrible day. Get your walking paper. Get fired from a job. Give him the slip. To get away from. To escape. Go down like a lead balloon. To be received badly by an audience. Go for broke. Go for broke. To gamble everything you have. Go out on a limb. Put yourself in a tough position in order to support someone's some things. Go the extra miles, going above and beyond whatever is required for the task at hand. Good Samaritan, someone who helps others when they are in need, with no discussion for compensating and no thought for a reward. A reward. Graveyard shift, working hours from about 12 a.m. to 8 a.m. The time of the day when most अदर पीपुल आर स्लीपिंग, यानी कि ग्रेवयार्ड शिफ्ट मतलब रात 12 बजे से लेकर सुबह 8 बजे तक. ग्रेट माइंड थिंक्स अलाइक. इंटेलिजेंट पीपुल थिंक लाइक ईच अदर. ग्रीन रूम, द वॉचिंग रूम स्पेशली फॉर दोज हु आर अबाउट टू गो ऑन अ टीवी और रेडियो शो. गट फीलिंग, अ पर्सन इंस्टीट्यूशन यू गेट स्पेशली व्हेन फील समवन मे नॉट बी राइट. इट से स्टार्ट होने वाला. हेस्ट मेक्स वेस्ट, quickly doing things result in a poor ending. Hat trick, when the player scores 3 goals in same hockey game. This item can also mean 3 score in any other sport such as 3 home run, 3 touchdown, 3 saucer goal, etc. Have an axe to grind, to have a dispute with someone. He lost his head, angry and overcome by emotions. Head over heels, very excited or joyful, especially when in love. Hell in a handbasket, deteriorating and headed for complete disaster. High five, slapping palms above each other's heads as celebrating gesture. High on the hog, living in luxury. Hit the books, to study especially for a test or exam. Hit the hay, go to bed or go to sleep. Hit the nail on the head, do something exactly right or say something exactly right. Hit the sack, go to bed or go to sleep. Poscus. In general, a term used in magic or trickery. Hold your horses. Be patient. Icing on the cake. When you already have it good and get some things on top of what you already have. Idle hands are the devil's tool. You are more likely to get in trouble if you having nothing to do. If it is not one thing, it is another. When one thing goes wrong, then another and another. In like flying, to be easily successful, especially when sexual or romantic. In like flying. In the bag, to have something secured. In the buff, nude. In the heart of the moment, overwhelmed by what is happening in the moment. In your face, an aggressive and bold confrontation. It takes two to tango. A two-person conflict where both people are at fault. It is a small world. You are frequently see the same people in different places. It's anyone's calls. A competition where the outcome is difficult to judge or predict. Ivy League. Since 1954, the Ivy League has been the following universities: Columbia, Brownie, Cornell, Dartmouth, Yale, Pennsylvania, Princeton, and Harvard. Jaywalk. Crossing the street from the middle without using the crosswalk. Joshing me, tricking Mickey. Keep an eye on him. You should carefully watch it. Keep body and soul together to earn a sufficient amount of money in order to keep yourself alive. Keep your chin up to remain joyful in a tough situation. Kick the bucket kitty corner, di- diagonally across, sometimes called catty corner as well. Knee-jerk reaction, a quick and automatic response. Knock on wood, knuckle tapping on wood in order to avoid some bad luck. Knock the rope, well, know the ropes to understand the detail. Last but not least, an introduction phrase to let the audience know that the last person mentioned is no less important than those introduced before him her. Lend me your ear to politely ask the someone's full attention. Let bygones be bygones to forget about the disagreement or argument. Let sleepdogs lie to avoid restarting a conflict. Let the cat out of the bag to share the secret that was not supposed to be shared. Level playing field, a fair competition where no side has an advantage. Like a chicken with its cutout off, to act in frightened manner. Liquor someone up to get someone drunk. Long in the tooth old people or horse. Loss cannon, someone who is unpredictable and can cause damage if not kept in check. M. Make no bones about. To state a fact so there are no doubt or objections. Methods to my madness. Strange or crazy action that appear meaningless but in the end are done for a good reason. Mumbo jumbo, nonsense or meaningless speech. Mum's the world. Mum's the word. To keep quiet, to say nothing. NC, nest egg, saving set aside for future use. Never bite the hand that fed you. Don't hurt anyone that help you. New kid on the block. Someone new to the group or area. New York minute. New York minute. A minute that seems to go by quickly, especially in a fast-paced environment. No dice. To not agree, to not accept a proportion. No room to swim a cat. An unusually small or confined space. Not playing with a full deck. Someone who lacks intelligence. Oh, off on the wrong foot, getting a bad start on a relationship or task. Off the hook, no longer have to deal with a tough situation. Off the record, something said is confidence that the one speaking does not want attribute to him, her. On pins and needles, anxious or nervous, especially in anticipation of some things. On the fence, undecided. On the same page, when multiple people all argue on the same things. Out of the blue, some things that suddenly and unexpectedly occurs. Out on a limb, when someone puts themselves in a risky situation. Out on the town, to enjoy yourself by going out. Over my dead body, when you absolutely will not allow something to happen. Over the top, very excessive. Pass the buck. Avoid responsibility by giving it to someone else. Pedals to the metal. To go full speed, especially while driving a vehicle. Peeping Tom, someone who observes people in the nude or sexual active people mainly for his own gratification. Peeping Tom. Pick up your ears to listen very carefully. Pig in a poke. A deal that is made without first examine it. Pig out, to eat a lot and eat in quickly. Pipe down, to shut up or to be quiet. Practice makes perfect. By constantly practicing, you will become better. Pull the plug, to stop some things, to bring some things to an end. Pulling your leg, tickling someone's at a joke. Put a sock in it, to tell noisy person or a group to be quiet. Cure the pitch, destroy or ruin a plan. R. Rain check, an offer or deal that is declined right now but willing to accept later. Raining cats and dogs, a very loud and noisy rainstorm. Ring fencing, separated usual judgment to guarantee protection, especially project funds. Rise and shine, time to get out of bed and get ready to work. Cool. Rome was not built in one day. If you want some things to be completely properly then it's going to take time. Rule of thumb: a rough estimate. Run out of steam to be completely out of energy. Yes. Saved by the bell. Saved at the last possible moment. Scapegoat: someone else who takes the blame. Scot free: to escape and not have to pay. Sick as a dog: to be very sick with the flea or a flu or a cold. Sitting shotgun: riding in the front passenger seat of a car. Sixth sense: a paranormal sense that allow you to communicate with the dead. Skid row: the rundown area of a city where the homeless and drug users live. Smell rat: to detect someone in the group is betraying the others. Smell something's fishy: detecting that something is not right and there might be a reason for it. Son of a gun: a scamp. Southpaw: someone who is left-handed. Spitting image: the exact likeness or kind. Start from scratch: to do it all over again from the beginning. T. The ball is in your court. It is your decision this time. The best of both worlds. There are two choices and you have them both. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. While the bigger and stronger opponent might be a lot more difficult to beat, when you do the suffer a much bigger loss. The last straw: when one small burden after another creates an unbearable situation. The last straw is the last small burden that one can take. The whole 9 yards, everything's all of it. The third time a charm. After no success the first 2 times, the third try is a lucky one. Tie the knot to get married till the cow come home. A long time. To make a long story short, something someone would say during a long and boring story in order to keep his or audience from losing attention. Usually the story is not shortened. To steal someone's thunder. To take the credit for something someone else did. Tongue and cheek. Humor not to be taken serious. Turn a blind eye. Refuse to acknowledgement some things you know in real or legit. 23 Skido. To be turned away. You under the weather, feeling ill or sick. Up a blind alley. Go down a course of action that leads to a bad outcome. Use your loaf. Use your head. Think smart. भी फान जोगा ears for music. Tone deaf यानी कि फान जोगास ears the music यानी कि tone deaf. Variety is the spice of life. The more experience you try, the more exciting life can be. Wake the dog. The diversion away from some things of greater importance. Water under the bridge, anything from the past that isn't significant or important anymore. Wear your heart on your sleeve to openly and freely express your emotion. When it rains, it pours. Since it rarely rains, when it does, it will be a huge storm. When pigs fly, some things that will never ever happen. Wild and woolly, uncultured and without law. Wine and dine, when somebody is treated to an expensive meal. Without a doubt, for certain. X. X mark the spot, a phrase that is said when someone finds something she has been looking for. X mark the spot. Y. You are what you eat. Yani you are what you eat. In order to stay healthy, you must eat healthy food. You can't judge a book by its cover. Decisions should not be made primarily on appearance. You can't take it with you. Enjoy what you have and not that you do not have, since when you die you can't take things such as money with you. Your guess is as good as mine. I have no idea. Z. Zero tolerance, no crime or law breaking. Your guess is as good as mine. I have no idea. You can't take it with you. Enjoy what you have and not what you don't have, since when you die you can't take things such as money with you. तो ये रहा कुल मिलाकर लगभग A2Z आइडम्स एंड फ्रेज, यानी कि मेरे को लग रहा है कि ये 300 से ज़्यादा आइडम एंड फ्रेज होगा। तो मिलते हैं एक और नए वीडियो में। अगर कोई नया टॉपिक चाहिए तो आप लोग कमेंट करें, मैं वीडियो बना दूंगा। थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग, गुड बाय एंड टेक।